Okay, I don't care how stupid this sounds, this is going to help us, and tomorrow it's not going to be quite such a train wreck. Here's what you have to do. You got to calculate two factors of positive 16 that give a sum of negative 10. Here's what you do. Okay. Put 16 on top with, and then this positive sign. Okay. And then put add equals, sum means you're adding, negative 10. And here's all you do. You start with the, by the way, if you have a positive up here, the signs have to be the same, okay? How can I multiply two numbers to get a positive? We can take a negative times a negative. That's where we can start, okay? The signs have to have the same sign. So what I do is I go 16, okay, and I start dividing into 16. I'll start with 1. 16 divided by 1 is 16. I put the number I divided by, and then the number I came up with. Now add those, see if it's negative 10. Negative 1 plus negative 16. That is not negative 10, okay? It's not any type of 10. You get a 10 of something, you can at least stop. Okay, so again, negative, negative, reset it. And what comes after 1? Probably 2. So go 16 divided by 2. I got 8. Put the number you divided by, which is 2, and the answer you got, which is 8. Now add these two together. Negative 2 plus negative 8 is negative 10. We're done. Okay? That's all I need. Okay, next problem. Calculate two factors of positive 55 that gives a sum of positive 16. Okay? So I put positive 55. And I have to add the numbers. I can't stop till they add up to positive 16. So I have another positive, just like I had with the positive 16. So I'll put negative, negative. Because the reason I'm making them both negative, because a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, so I go 155. Again, here's why I'm writing that. Because I start dividing into the 55. 55 divided by 1 is 55. That's why I divided by 1, I got 55. Now add those two together. That is not even close to 16, okay? What comes after 1? Probably 2. If you get a decimal, skip it. Do not put it on the chart. You cannot do this with decimals, okay? So after 2 comes 3. So 55 divided by 3. That's a decimal. Skip it. 55 divided by 4. Decimal. Skip it. Divided by 5, 11. Okay, so I'll put negative 5, negative 11. Now add those two. We've got negative 16, but the problem is I have positive 16 over there. Okay? So do I got to keep going? Actually, no, I don't. If I have the right number but the wrong sign, okay, all I need to do is switch both of these to opposites. So take 5 plus 11, because now they're both positive, and that equals positive 16. So if you have the right number but the wrong sign, you're there. You just got to change the signs. Okay, calculate two factors of negative 21 that give a sum of negative 4. Okay, so this time we're looking at a negative 21. Now, when I have a negative up here, see the first two it said positive 16, positive 55. But when I start with a negative, this time I need a positive and a negative. You need one of each whenever you get a negative. And you're trying to add to get to negative 4, okay? So you start with 1. You're dividing into the 21. You're finding factors of 21. So I'll take 21 divided by 1, 21. So put 1, 21. Now add those. Is that going to be negative 4? I don't think so. So that pair will not work. After 1 comes 2. 21 divided by 2. I got a decimal, so I skip it. Now go to 3. Okay, 3 and 7. Remember, you got one's got to be positive. You need one of each. Now add those two, see if it's negative 4. It is. It's the right number and the right sign, okay? Booyah. Calculate two factors of negative 26 that give me a sum of positive 11. Okay, so I put 26. Remember, it's again, that 26 is negative, so we need a positive times a negative to equal a negative, okay? And you're trying to add to positive 11. Okay, so I start dividing into the 26. Okay, add those, see if it's 11. I don't think it is. Okay, no, it's not. After 1 comes 2. So I put 2 and 13. Remember, you got to have a positive and a negative. Now add those, see if it adds up to positive 11. Negative 11, so it's the right number at least, but just the wrong sign. So if I have the right number but the wrong sign, I just need to switch the signs. So that's positive, and then that can be negative. So now look what happens. Negative 2 plus 13 is positive 11, okay? Okay, keep going. Calculate two factors of positive 75 that give a sum of negative 28. So again, now you're back to having a positive number up here. So the signs have to be the same. Start with them both as negatives. Okay, just start with a negative and a negative. You can always switch them to positives, but at least know it's the same sign. And you're trying to add to get 28 negative. Well, I start dividing into 75. So 75 divided by 1 is 75. Now add negative 1 to negative 75. That is not negative 28, so we need to get rid of that. Now divide by 2. After 1 comes 2. That's a decimal. I skip it. Now I go to 3. 3 and 25. Remember, you need them to be the same sign because you have a positive, so we'll start with them both as negatives. And then I add negative 3 plus negative 25. That's negative 28. So I got the right number and the right sign. This is my answer. Calculate two factors of negative 27 that make a sum of negative 6. Okay. So this time 27 is negative. So when I have a negative, I need one of each factor, a positive and a negative. Okay, so I have a positive, and I'm trying to add. We're always going to be trying to add to get to this number, negative 6. So divide by 1, and you just get the same number. Now add those, see if that's negative 6. No. Positive, negative, okay? 27 divided by 2 is a decimal. 27 divided by 3 is 9, okay? So you can put the 3, the number you divided by, and the result, okay? Now add those two, see if you get negative 6. 3 plus negative 9, that's negative 6. Right number, right sign, we're good. Okay, the next one, calculate two factors of positive 6 that give a sum of positive 7. Okay, so you put 6, positive. Remember, now you have a positive, so they have to be the same sign. We'll start with a negative times a negative. And you're trying to add to get to positive 7. So divide into your 6. So 6 divided by 1 is 6. Now add these two. I have the right number, but I have the wrong sign. But I don't have to keep going at least, okay? I just need to switch these to opposites, and now it adds up to positive 7. Okay, calculate two factors of negative 18 that make a sum of positive 7. So this time we have negative 18. It's negative, so you need a positive times a negative, not the same sign, okay? And you're trying to add to get to positive 7. So start dividing into 18. When you take 18 divided by 1, you just get 18. So you're going to write 1 and 18 down. Okay? I'm going to add these two. 1 plus negative 18. That's negative 17. I have 7, so that can't work anyway. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So I got 2, 9. Okay? Remember, you need a positive and a negative. Because you have a negative up there, you need one positive. Because a positive times a negative is a negative. If I have a positive, they have to have the same signs, the factors do. Now add those. 2 plus negative 9. Again, when I have the right number but the wrong signs, we just switch the signs, both of them, to opposite. Plus, negative. Now add them. 7. Okay, positive 7. Okay, this, as pointless as this seems, it's going to help us tomorrow. Okay, all right. Now pause the video, and work on that packet. Okay, just do the front and the back. Pause the video and then come back. Okay, now this is a test, kind of that test you took the other day. You're finding how long one of the sides of the triangles is. So you have to find how long it is from D to E. That's what DE means. How long is that side? So put X. Now you make a proportion, and your X would match up with 9. So you put X over 9. Now pick one of the other sides of the X triangle. We'll go with 6. Okay, you could also go with 7.5. I'll go with 6. So I have X is to 9, what 6 is to 12. So put 6 over 12, and then you just cross multiply and divide. 9 times 6 divided by 12 is 4.5. Okay, so D equals 4.5. FE, here's FE. So X is to 20. What 8 is to 16, or what 6 is to 12. I'll do the 8 and the 16. You're going to get the same answer either way. It doesn't matter. Okay. So I take 20 multiplied by 8 divided by 16, and X's FE is equal to 10 units. Okay, next up, DF. Or D, sorry, that should say DE, I'm sorry, DE. So X is DE. So X is to 3.75. What either 4 is to 5 or 5 is to 6.25. I'll go 4 and 5. Okay. The less decimals you have kind of simplifies it a little bit. So I take 3.75 times 4 divided by 5, and that's going to be 3. So DE is 3 units. Okay, then the last one, DF. So X is to 20, what 12 is to 18, or what 5 is to, I can't tell that number, so I'm going to go 12 and 18. Cross multiply and divide, 20 times 12 divided by 18. 13.3 repeating, okay, so that's okay, 13.3 repeating.